The analogy, the metaphor, easy to see, understand. Constipation. You got it every day. You deal with the reality of reality every day. And the issue is you take stuff in, it processes through your physical system to invigorate it, to make it vital, to inform, right? And then you let go. You poop. You let go. And you have to. If you cling, if you grasp, if you hold on, you're constipated. And when you're constipated, you suffer. Oh boy, can you suffer. So the natural image and symbol is just pervasive throughout even your physical body. If you cling, if you don't, you try not to change. If you don't want to look at reality, if you don't look at what's really bugging you and actually look at it, and you just let it cling in there, you're constipated, you're blocked, say small, limited. You let go. You have to let go. Because life is letting go anyway. At one time you were 12 years old. You're not 12 years old now, you're 28. And pretty soon, you're not 28, you're 65. And all the events that happened through that time frame happened and are gone. That's reality. The reality of realities. And so you look inside and you say, what is going on? And there within you, as well as all around you, pervading everything, is the vast openness that has no clinging, that doesn't abide by any prejudice, doesn't have an agenda, doesn't have a limitation, an edge, a beginning, an end. And because of that, it's clarity. It's absolute clarity. You see just what's there. You hear just as it's said. You hear, you see, you are then in the realm of clarity, which, by the way, is your natural state, your real state. And all that other stuff, all those other ragging you emotions, are just constipation, things that have been held on. And they've been held on because you haven't taken the time to actually sit down and say, now wait a minute. Why? What's this anxiety? What's this fear? What's this anger? Prejudice? Really look in there. And when you look, they don't have any value. They don't have any weight. They don't have anything. They might be tied to an experience back then. They tied to a pretty dramatic experience. And that experience is gone. It happened and it's gone. And all that's left is the constipation. The holding. The remembering and remembering and remembering as it's held so it stays. And it's given more kind of power of its reaction. The whole thing is a metaphor for constipation, folks. Are you letting go? Letting the flow happen. Go. And do it with regularity. Or are you constipated? Clinging, holding on? Are you backed up? And being grumpy? And being even more than grumpy? And you're not really understanding really why you're thinking that you're grumpy. You just think it's who you are. But when you actually look at what you think of those emotions are and what those reactions are, they vaporize into reality. The reality that, because it's a reality, folks, it's clarity. It's just continuous clarity. It doesn't have an underlying basis. It doesn't have an identifiable frame of reference. It doesn't have a fruition. It's just clarity. Because it has nothing that constrains it, right? Nothing. Then it's everything. Then it's absolute clarity. Then it's just clarity. Freedom. The big one. The big one. I mean the big one. Don't get bound. Don't get constipated. Don't bind your mind stream and keep yourself tight and small. Let go. Let go, let go, let go. And you will have to look. You will have to observe. What is that emotion? What is that reaction that bubbled up right then? In that situation, or just seemingly without any kind of reference, and there's that reaction. There's that thought. And you go off and feel anxious and fearful or angry or bitter or joyful and otherwise also, the whole thing. The reaction. But when you look at them, they're hollow. They're empty. What were you clinging to?